With school out for the summer, the end of classes also means the end of school meals for children who rely on them. But our next guests tell me it doesn't have to, and it shouldn't mean that. Here to tell us more about the efforts to keep kids healthy in more ways than one are Don Krayko, the Deputy Director of End Hunger Connecticut, and Susan Maffei, President-elect of the School Nutrition Association of Connecticut. Thanks to both of you for being here.
Thank you.
So let's talk about, it's summertime. So how many kids are we talking about who might go hungry without this?
Well, right now in Connecticut, actually almost 20% of families, households with children are actually struggling to meet their food bills. And during the school year, about 150,000 kids are relying on free and reduced price school meals.
Is that a big increase? Or?
It has been increasing since the recession, that's for sure. And only a quarter of them are actually participating in the summer food service program, which is what we're here to talk about.
And that's really surprising, because you would think that they also recognize, the absence of the meals that they get. So where's the disconnect happening?
Well, a lot of it is that they just don't know that the programs exist, which is why we're here trying to talk to as many people as possible to let them know that the summer food service program does exist. It's a federal program, so federal funds are set aside for the reimbursement of the meals, just like the National School Lunch Program, and that they're really all over Connecticut. There are over 400 sites or locations at parks, pools, schools, playgrounds, or really any kid 18 and under can go for a free meal, no questions asked.
So Susan, what's your worry about what's happening if they're not going to these sites?
Well, the question is, what is there at home for them to eat? And if they are making those choices at home by themselves, what are they actually eating? Some parents in my district do send lunch with their students, and some of them are very healthy lunches and some of them are not. It's not uncommon to see a bag of chips and a soda. We're offering 2 choices of fruits or vegetables, a low-fat or non-fat milk choice, and lean protein and whole grains.
So if it's not only that they might not be eating, but what they might be eating might not be so great.
Absolutely. Believe it or not, there tends to be a rise in obesity in students over the summer.
Oh, wow.
And part of that, here we are talking about a lack of access or a lack of awareness. And then we have the alternate where we're talking about some poor choices that kids can be making.
So, so you're coming here, you're trying to get the word out. What can you do at the schools to spread the word?
We actually, we have a website. My school website put on a special web page about the summer meal program. We printed it on our menus before school was let out at the end of the year. We're serving meals at summer school, which a lot of school districts are doing. And, just trying to partner with agencies like End Hunger Connecticut to get the word out and get the kids out.
I know we have some video of one successful and kind of a unique model. I don't know if you can tell me about it. It's
the New Haven school food, summer food truck that's traveling around New Haven, feeding kids, which is really kind of addressing one of the 2 barriers to summer food, which can be access. So this truck drives around much like an ice cream truck model, but it's really delivering healthy meals through the summer food service program. It's a partnership between New Haven Public Schools, the Connecticut No Kid Hungry campaign with Share Our Strength and Hunger Connecticut and Governor Malloy, and the United Way down in that area. So this is one innovative approach to getting food, healthy meals to kids throughout the summer, and we are certainly in full support of other models that do the same sort of thing.
Right. Susan, you were telling me that meals, of course, have gotten a lot healthier, I guess, over the last few years, and they'll be changing once again?
Yes, the USDA has established a new meal pattern that is coming out in the beginning of the 2012-2013 school year, where we're going to be increasing the number of whole grains on our menu. All of our milk will be 1% fat or lower. All of our flavored milks will be skim, and we're going to be increasing the amount and variety of fruits and vegetables on the menu.
Excellent. You mentioned that there are 400 sites around. I mean, that seems like an extraordinary number of sites. Is it that kids are at those locations and not knowing that they can take advantage of of what's there, or?
It's more about just not knowing that the program exists, that you really can. It's kind of like that old saying, there's no such thing as a free lunch. Well, in the summer food service program, there really is. And not knowing how it works. You know, it almost seems too good to be true. But the reason why the program is so streamlined is to make access really easy to nutritious food. So the actual location where the site is what's deemed as eligible through kind of the federal regulations, so that there doesn't have to be this individual paperwork. So we are just doing what we can to promote the website that we've developed, which is actually a mapper tool, a location mapper, or location finder. It's ctsummerfood.org, and on there you can type in your address, your zip code, or the town you're from, and it'll bring up a list of sites. And it could be, like I said, at a pool, at a school, and if it's at a school, it's generally open even if you don't attend the school, or parks or playgrounds, and as a part of summer camps.
Right, and I know that we have some information about how people can find out where those items are, and they are, I'll let you go ahead and tell them.
Sure, you can call United Way's 211. You can text CT Meals, so CTMEALS, to 877-877, or go to www.ctsummerfood.org.
And those are all going to direct them to locations
Yes,
near them. You know, one of the things that we had talked about, you know, we've been hearing a lot about how Congress has been considering cutting some funding to some food stamp programs and also other school programs. This, though, is safe.
Yes, this program is reauthorized with the other child nutrition programs, and that's through a bill called the Child Nutrition Reauthorization Act that happens on the off years of when the Farm Bill, where SNAP is located, is reauthorized. So that there is no danger in losing this program.
This summer, you have high hopes that people will find out it quickly? Obviously.
Absolutely. There's been a lot of public service announcements as well on the radio. The USDA has changed some rules in recent years, which have made it a lot easier for school districts to participate in the program.
Okay.
And I think we're definitely going to see growth in participation this year.
I mean, certainly if there's food there for kids who need it, we want to make sure they get it.
The other good thing about the sites is that many of them, in fact most of them, have activities which kind of act as a magnet to draw kids in. So nutrition, education, any sort of physical activity, basketball, arts and crafts. And then it creates kind of that learning environment as well, so that they're ready to go back to school kind of healthy, you know, physically and mentally.
Right, absolutely. All right, well, we appreciate you telling us, and we'll hope that kids get this information. Thanks a lot for being here.
Thank you.
So much.
Don't forget that if you missed something here on The Real Story, you can now watch online by going to ctnow.com. You can also catch us on YouTube. Thanks for watching this week's edition of The Real Story. We'll see you here again next week.